The Philippines. You've probably seen the pictures. Perfect beaches, swaying palm trees, water so blue it hurts your eyes. Sure, that stuff exists. It's beautiful. No argument there. But if that's all you're looking for, you're missing the point. You're just skimming the surface of a place that's got more layers than a 1,000-year-old onion, each one spicier than the last. This isn't just a vacation spot. It's an experience that grabs you, chews you up a bit, and spits you out changed, hopefully for the better. It's a place of stunning contradictions and unapologetic life. This archipelago, over 7,000 islands strong, is a whirlwind. It's a beautiful mess of cultures, a collision of history, a chorus of languages. You've got Spanish colonial ghosts whispering in old churches. You've got ancient tribal traditions still beating strong in the mountains. You have mega malls gleaming next to markets overflowing with things you've never seen or smelled before. It's not always pretty. It's not always comfortable. But damn, is it alive? This is where the real adventure begins, far from the curated perfection of a resort brochure. Forget what you think you know. Come here with open eyes, an empty stomach, and a willingness to get a little lost. The real Philippines isn't served up on a silver platter. You have to go find it. You have to talk to people. You have to eat the food they eat, drink what they drink, maybe even sing a terribly off-key karaoke song with them. That's where the magic is. It's in the unexpected, the unscripted, the wonderfully human moments that no travel agent can ever book for you. So, we're going to peel back some of those layers. We're going to look beyond the turquoise water and the white sand. We'll explore the noisy, chaotic, sometimes frustrating but always fascinating heart of these islands. We'll talk about where to find food that'll make your taste buds sing, places that aren't in every guidebook, and experiences that stick with you long after the tan fades. This is about finding the pulse of the Philippines. If you're ready, let's go. Let's... Manila, the capital. It hits you like a wave. Noise, heat, people, so many people. It's a sprawling, chaotic beast of a city. Your first instinct might be to run screaming for the nearest beach. I get it. Many do. But if you give it a chance, if you know where to look, Manila has a strange, undeniable charm. It's got history etched into its old walls and a relentless energy thrumming through its streets. This city isn't for the faint of heart, but it rewards the curious, the patient. Forget the shiny business districts for a moment. Dive into Intramuros, the old walled city. Yeah, parts are touristy, but walk those cobblestone streets. Feel the history. Imagine the Spanish galleons. Then get yourself to Binondo, the world's oldest Chinatown. It's a sensory overload in the best possible way. Exotic fruits, strange dried things, sizzling woks, the smell of 1,000 ingredients fighting for your attention. This is where you find food that tells a story. Dishes that have been perfected over generations of migration and adaptation. The real gems? They're often hidden in plain sight. Look for the lines of locals outside a nondescript doorway. That's usually a good sign. Explore the public markets like Quiapo. It's a crush of humanity, a riot of color and smell. You'll find everything from religious icons to herbal remedies, cheap electronics to potent local moonshine. It's life, unvarnished and unfiltered. You might not buy anything, but you'll see something real. Something that tells you more about the city than any museum ever could. Don't be afraid to hop on a jeepney, those outrageously decorated metal behemoths that are the kings of Manila's roads. It's crowded, it's bumpy, it's confusing. But it's how Manila moves. It's a shared experience. A tiny moving community. Ask for directions. People will generally help, maybe with a smile, maybe with a curious stare. That's part of it. Manila isn't about easy answers. It's about the search, the discovery, the little victories in navigating its beautiful chaos. It's a city that grows on you, if you let it. The Visayas, midsection of the Philippines. This is where many of those postcard beaches are. Boracay, Cebu, Palawan names you know. And yeah, they can be stunning. But they can also be crowded, sanitized, a caricature of themselves. If you want the real Visayas, you've got to dig a little deeper. You need to look past the glossy brochures and listen for the quieter whispers, the local secrets. There are hundreds of islands here, many of them barely touched by the tourist hordes. Take Sikwajor, for instance. For years, it was whispered about as the island of healers and witchcraft. Spooky, right? That reputation kept many away. Their loss. What you find is an island of incredible natural beauty, friendly faces, and yes, a fascinating tradition of folk healing if you care to seek it out respectfully. Or consider Guimaras, famous for its mangoes, arguably the sweetest in the world. Rent a motorbike. Explore its quiet roads, find hidden coves, and eat mangoes until you burst. Simple pleasures, but profound. The key is to talk to people. The boatman, the tricycle driver, the lady selling snacks at the local store. Ask them where they go to swim, where they eat the best fish. Chances are, it won't be the place with the 5-star reviews online. It'll be a little shack on the beach, grilling fish caught that morning, served with rice and a dipping sauce that'll make your eyes water. That's the flavor you're looking for. That's the experience that stays with you. And don't just stick to the beaches. Head inland. Discover hidden waterfalls, cool springs, small villages where life moves at a different pace. Rent a kayak and explore the mangroves. Go snorkeling or diving in marine sanctuaries that are fiercely protected by the local communities because they understand its value. The Visayas are more than just a pretty face. They have a soul. Finding it requires a bit of effort, a willingness to venture off the marked trail. But the rewards? They're immeasurable. Mindanao, the big island in the south. Let's be honest, it gets a bad rap. News reports paint a picture of conflict, of danger. And yeah, there are parts with real issues, places you probably shouldn't wander into without a damn good reason and a local guide you trust with your life. But Mindanao is huge, it's diverse, and to paint the entire island with one brush is just lazy and wrong. There's incredible beauty here, a unique culture, and some of the warmest, most resilient people you'll ever meet. Look at Siargao, once a sleepy surf spot. Now it's on the global map. But even there, if you venture beyond Cloud 9, you can find quiet stretches of coastline, incredible rock pools, and villages where the rhythm of life is dictated by the tides. Or Camiguin, the island born of fire, with its volcanoes, hot springs, and that eerie, beautiful sunken cemetery. These places offer a glimpse into a different side of the Philippines, wilder, perhaps a bit more untamed. It demands respect, this island. The food in Mindanao is also distinct. You'll find more spices, influences from Indonesia and Malaysia. Dishes like rendang or tiula item, a beef stew blackened with burnt coconut. It's bold, flavorful, and tells a story of trade, migration, and local ingenuity. Seek out the local markets. Davao is famous for its durian, the king of fruits. Love it or hate it, you have to try it. It's an experience. Just smelling it is an experience. Approaching Mindanao requires a bit more awareness, a bit more research. Listen to local advice. Be respectful of customs, especially in Muslim areas. But don't let fear paralyze you. There are vast areas that are safe, welcoming, and stunningly beautiful. Places like the Britannia Islands with their sugar-fine white sand, or the highlands of Bukidnon with their pineapple plantations and cool mountain air. Mindanao has a raw, powerful heart. If you're willing to look past the headlines, you might just find it. Section 5. The Real Deal. Eating like you mean it. If you want to understand the Philippines, you have to understand the food. It's more than just fuel here. It's family, it's community, it's history on a plate. Forget your diet for a while. This isn't the place for calorie counting. This is a place for feasting, for trying everything at least once. The most famous dish, adobo chicken or pork braised in vinegar, soy sauce, garlic, and peppercorns, is a good start. But it's just the tip of the iceberg. Every family, every island has its own version. Street food. That's where the action is. Don't be shy. Look for the busiest stalls, the ones with a queue of locals. That's your seal of approval. Try grilled chicken or pork intestines on a stick. Sounds adventurous? It is. And it's delicious, especially with a spicy vinegar dip. Or hard-boiled quail eggs coated in a bright orange batter and deep fried. Or banana Q caramelized bananas on a stick. Simple, cheap, and utterly satisfying. This is food for the people, by the people. Don't just stick to restaurants that cater to tourists. Venture into a local eatery, often family-run, with a display of pre-cooked dishes in pots and pans. You point at what you want, they ladle it onto a plate with rice. It's cheap, it's cheerful, and it's as authentic as it gets. This is where you'll find regional specialties, dishes you won't see on a hotel menu. It's a direct line to the local palate, a taste of home cooking without being invited home. Though that happens too. And the sauces. Filipinos love their dipping sauces. Vinegar with garlic and chilies, soy sauce with calamansi, a small citrus fruit, fish sauce, shrimp paste. These aren't afterthoughts, they're essential. They customize the flavor, add a personal touch to every bite. Ask what goes with what. Experiment. Find your favorite combination. Eating here is an interactive sport, a communal activity. It's about sharing, about flavor, about joy. So dive in. Section 6 Street Eats and Kitchen Secrets, a glutton's guide. To truly eat like a local, you gotta hit the markets. This isn't some sterile supermarket aisle, this is a full contact sport. It's wet, it's noisy, it smells of fish, fruit, meat, and 1,000 other things. But it's where the freshest ingredients are, where the cooks and the grandmas shop. Watch them, see what they buy, ask questions. Maybe you'll discover a fruit you've never seen or a vegetable that will change your life. This is ground zero for Filipino cuisine. Then there are the bakeries, panaderias. Filipinos have a serious sweet tooth, and their bakeries are legendary. Warm, salt bread, though it's slightly sweet, in the morning, dipped in coffee. Ensaymada, a soft, buttery brioche topped with cheese and sugar. Hopia, a flaky pastry filled with sweet bean paste. These aren't fancy pastries. They're everyday treats, comforting and delicious. Find a local bakery, the older the better, and just point. You can't go wrong. It's a cheap and cheerful way to start your day. Look for regional specialties. Every island, every town has its own signature dish. In Pampanga, the culinary capital, you have to try chopped pig face and ears, sizzled on a hot plate. Sounds hardcore? It is. And it's incredible. In Bicol, they love chili and coconut milk, so try. In Iloilo, it's all about a rich noodle soup. Doing a little research before you go, or just asking around when you arrive, can lead you to some unforgettable meals. And don't underestimate the power of a home-cooked meal. Filipinos are incredibly hospitable. If you make a connection, if you're friendly and open, you might just get invited to someone's home for dinner. Say yes. This is the ultimate insider experience. You'll taste food cooked with love, recipes passed down through generations. You'll share stories, laughter, and probably a few too many glasses of rum. These are the meals and the moments that define travel. This is the real stuff. Section 7 Fiesta Fever. When the islands explode with joy. If you really want to see the Filipino spirit unleashed, try to catch a fiesta. Seriously, these aren't just quaint little village fairs. These are explosions of color, music, food, and faith. Almost every town, every barangay has a patron saint. And each patron saint has a feast day. And on that day, the whole community comes together to celebrate. It's a spectacle. It's chaos. It's pure, unadulterated joy. You haven't seen a party until you've seen a Filipino fiesta. Think street parades with elaborate floats, dancers in incredible costumes moving to deafening drum beats. Think mountains of food in every house, doors open to strangers. That's a big part of it, the hospitality. During fiesta, everyone is welcome. You can literally walk into a stranger's home, and they'll offer you a plate piled high with lechon, roast pig, pancit, noodles, and a dozen other dishes. It's a tradition of sharing, of abundance, of community spirit. Some fiestas are legendary. The Sinulog in Cebu, a massive celebration in honor of the Santo Niño, draws millions. Ati-Atihan in Calibo, Aklan, where revelers paint their faces black and dance in the streets for days. Pahiyas in Lucban, Quezon, where houses are decorated with colorful rice wafers called. Each one is unique, reflecting the local culture and traditions. But they all share that same infectious energy, that same spirit of collective celebration. It's something you feel deep in your bones. It's not just about the big famous ones. Even small local fiestas have their own charm. Maybe it's a simple procession, a community basketball tournament, a night of singing and dancing in the plaza. These events are the lifeblood of the community. They're a chance to give thanks, to reconnect, to let loose. If you hear music, if you see decorations going up, ask what's happening. You might just stumble into an experience that becomes the highlight of your trip. Don't just watch from the sidelines. Jump in. Section 8. Threads of Tradition. The Filipino Soul, Unfiltered. Beyond the festivals, there are quieter traditions, daily rituals that offer a glimpse into the Filipino soul. It's in the way families stick together, often with multiple generations living under one roof. It's in the deep respect for elders, the gesture where a younger person takes the elder's hand and presses it to their forehead. Small things, maybe, but they speak volumes about the values that hold this society together. These are threads woven deep into the fabric of life here. Look for local crafts. Weaving traditions, for example, are incredibly rich and varied across the islands. From the intricate patterns of Mindanao to the delicate cloth made from pineapple fibers in Auckland, these aren't just souvenirs. They're works of art, carrying stories and skills passed down through generations. Visiting a weaving village, watching the artisans at work, buying directly from them. That's a way to support these traditions and take home something truly meaningful. It connects you to the culture in a tangible way. Music and dance are everywhere. Filipinos love to sing. Karaoke is practically a national sport. Don't be surprised if you're invited to belt out a tune, no matter how good or bad your voice is. It's about participation, about shared fun. Traditional dances, too, tell stories of harvest, courtship, and history. If you get a chance to see a cultural performance, especially in a smaller community setting, take it. It's a vibrant expression of identity, a celebration of heritage that continues to evolve. And then there's the Bayanihan spirit. It's a beautiful concept. It means communal unity, helping others without expecting anything in return. You might see it when a community comes together to move a house, literally, or to help a neighbor in need. This spirit of cooperation, of mutual support, is fundamental. It's what gets people through tough times. It's that sense of shared humanity that, if you're lucky, you'll feel during your time here. It's a quiet strength, a powerful bond. Section 9. The Market Leaves. Why local changes everything. So, you've wandered down the back alleys. You've eaten food that scared you a little, then delighted you. You've shared a drink, a laugh, maybe a song with people you just met. You've seen the Philippines not just as a destination, but as a living, breathing, complicated, and beautiful place. What's the takeaway? Why go to all this trouble when you could just lie on a beach with a cocktail? Because frankly, the beach and cocktail get boring, predictable. This doesn't. Traveling like a local, or at least trying to, does something to you. It strips away the pretense. It forces you to be open, to be vulnerable, to connect on a human level. The memories you make aren't just snapshots of pretty scenery. They're stories. They're faces. They're the taste of that weird fruit, the sound of that strange music, the feeling of being welcomed into a world so different from your own, yet so fundamentally familiar in its humanity. These are the souvenirs that don't collect dust. It's not always easy. There will be moments of confusion, frustration, maybe even a touch of loneliness. That's part of the deal. Growth rarely happens in the comfort zone, but pushing through those moments, navigating those challenges, that's where the real rewards lie. You learn about the world, sure, but more importantly, you learn about yourself, your capacity for adaptation, for understanding, for empathy. You find a resilience you didn't know you had. Ultimately, experiencing the Philippines this way enriches you. It broadens your perspective. It reminds you that despite all our differences, we're all just trying to make our way, find some joy, connect with each other. The Philippines, with its warmth, its chaos, its beauty, and its incredible spirit, has a way of getting under your skin. It leaves a mark, a good mark, the kind that makes you want to come back for more, not just to see, but to feel. And that, my friends, is the whole point.